Swing speed is a key factor when determining which golf ball is right for you. Swing speeds vary. The professionals with a 7-iron are sometimes nearly 100 miles an hour, getting down to the amateur game where some golfers are in the high 60s. So I want to hit a couple of shots with my 7-iron at those two different speeds, show you what is different in the ball flight, and then touch on the TaylorMade range of golf balls to find out which one is going to be suited to you based on your speed. So let's start off with a 7-iron at my normal speed. Fractionally left of the line, but let's have a look at that data. So my swing speed there was 93.3 miles an hour. Now I want you to look at the ball speed, 135, and I want you to look at the launch angle at 18.9 and the spin at 6,700. Now let's take that speed right the way down to, you know, something sort of low 70s, maybe even into the 60s. We'll see how we get on and we'll see what happens to those numbers. So you see the speed there, 63. And what you see, the spin rate dropped dramatically. And you can see from the ball flight that the apex of that shot was much lower. Because that ball had less speed, because my swing had less speed, it didn't climb for nearly as long. So it dropped out the sky sooner. So my spin was down, my height was down, and clearly my distance was down. So now let's go through the TaylorMade range of golf balls and see which of those might suit those of you who have slightly slower swing speeds. So let's start with the Distance Plus. This is, as the name suggests, designed to give you more distance. So naturally, when your swing is slower, the ball won't travel quite as far. So distance is really important to you. With irons and with driver, the Distance Plus is a great option. It's going to maximize your distance off your swing speed. The slight drawback, if you consider it to be a drawback, is this is a much firmer feeling golf ball. So as I hit a golf shot now, trying to replicate that sort of swing speed, it is a much firmer feel off the face. It's a little bit clickier. Now, that's not a bad compromise. If it gives you more distance, but it feels a little bit firmer, it's a great option. So very often when you are swinging in the kind of high 60s and 70s, you would like to hit the ball a bit further. Distance Plus is a great option. It's designed for distance. Then we come into the Speed Soft Ink. Now this is a very low compression golf ball, meaning it's going to feel softer off the face. That's driver, irons, chipping and putting. So for those of you who do like that softer feel, this is a great option. And because it's easier to compress, it's also great to help you launch it a little bit higher. And if you remember at the start, we said that when you have a slower swing, the overall peak height tends to be a little bit lower. So being able to launch the ball a fraction higher is really useful. So this is a great option if you require a little bit more height, but you still really need that softer feel. Because very often that feedback around the greens is really key. So the Speed Soft Ink is a very, very good option. Plus, it comes in multiple different colours, so you can have a little bit of fun with it and you can show a little bit of your personality on the golf course. Then we move on to the Tour Response. Now this is the stripe model with the very distinctive orange band around it. This is great if you're, let's say, sort of mid-70s, maybe even to the high 70s, so mid-swing player. This is great because it's not quite as soft and easy to compress as the ink, but it's a little bit softer and easier to compress than, let's say, a TP5. So it kind of gives you a best of both worlds. It gives you that slightly higher launch angle. It feels great off the face, and it's a really good option for those players who, I say, are in that range of, let's say, 75, 76. Let's see if I can produce that kind of speed. Not sure how close I got there. I was looking for around about mid-70s. Let's see how close we got. That swing speed was 80, so I was a little bit too quick there. Look at the spin, 7,600. It's a great option because it feels phenomenal off the face. It feels soft. It feels as if I'm going to get a lot of control of that golf ball, but it still gives me some benefits of the spin and the launch. And of course, you still do have the TP5. This is TaylorMade's premium golf ball. Now this is potentially a little bit hard to compress. Really slow swing speed players might not get the most out of this golf ball, but it is still a great option because it is the best golf ball that TaylorMade can produce. It's got great feel and performance. So based on your swing speed, there is a TaylorMade golf ball out there to suit you. My advice would be to find that golf ball and stick with it. Using the same golf ball every time you play is so important for your development as a golfer.